All right. So, as I like to say with these things, as long as everything is working the way that it's supposed to be working, we are live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written in Melanin channel. Wherever this may have found you, I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about black girls who aren't all that nice. So, we are here on... What is today? Today's Wednesday. Good Lord. We are here Wednesday, March 15th. We are here to be productive. So, welcome. If you guys are watching and you're here to get some work done, for sure, let me know how you're doing, what you're working on, so on and so forth. As for me, as y'all can see, I have 3,903 words, and this is down from my 4,500 words that I had to do earlier this week. So I have been making progress. So I'm excited. We have a lot to get done today. Also, shout out to Benjamin who is here. JC came in. Hello, good morning. I hope that you are doing well. Essie is here. Welcome. Mo is here. Good morning. Happy hump day. Every time I see that, I think of a little camel. I guess that's the point. That was some really good marketing because I really think of that camel walking through somebody's office, asking, what day is it? What day is it? And then just be excited when someone's like, hump day. So, yeah. Cool. Also, Ashley is here. Hello. Morning. Welcome. For sure. Let me know what you guys are working on, what you're hoping to get accomplished on this sprint. First one is going to be 10 minutes after the hour to allow people to get in, get settled, do what it is that they need to do to get ready. I've got my tea. I've got my notebook. We're gonna be productive today. We're gonna knock it out of the park. So, also a reminder before I forget, this sprint is part of the March Madness sprints that I'm doing in conjunction with Amanda and Ash. Ash sprinted last night from 6 to 9. She went longer. So if you missed it, it was a great sprint. We had a great time. Amanda is going to be sprinting today at 2 p.m. on her channel. So I am only sprinting until 2 o'clock today, and then we're heading over to her channel. Multiple reasons for this. One, we want to support Amanda because she's amazing. Two, I need to get off stream sometimes so I don't drive myself into the ground. And three, it's fun. So that's what this is all about. She is linked in the description box below, as well as Ash's channel. So if you want to click on them in another tab, don't close out of this one, but if you want to click on them in another tab, subscribe to them, turn on the notifications for their streams, it's all set up. And there's also a playlist on my channel. It's at the very top. So feel free to check it out. Get all your productivity in where you can get your productivity in. So that being said, La is here as well. Good morning. Welcome. Let's see here. I also think of a camel in office. I think everybody does. It was brilliant marketing. Let's see here. Ash is here. Hello. Welcome. Good day, ma'am. I don't know why whenever I see good day, I think of it being said that way. Just kind of when someone's I don't know, medieval times? Is it medieval? Regency? I don't know. But that moment where someone's like, good day, sir. But I said good day. That's what runs through my head. I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks that, but that's how my brain works. Laya is here. Hello. Welcome. Let's see here. Mo is here as well. It was a lot of fun with Ash. We'll definitely jump on with Amanda. Yes, that is what we're here for. We're here to support. We're here to also get things done and accomplish our goals. That's the whole point of March Madness, because I don't know if y'all feel this way, and y'all can definitely let me know if I'm out of pocket. But I just kind of feel like, we have in November, at the end of the year, we've got NaNoWriMo, and everybody's like, yeah, gotta work. End of the year, we gotta get our work counts done. We gotta meet our goals. But this is our final push, right? And then in May and stuff, you have Camp NaNo. You gotta get ready for Nano. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be successful. But at the beginning of the year, you're just kind of especially around this March time, when it's just okay, we're not in January, February anymore. Beginning of the year is technically behind us at this point. But also we can't just not do things. So that's how I was feeling. That's where the idea for this March Madness came from. So while you're here, feel free to support some other Black creators on these YouTube channels, YouTube streets. That both of them have other content that they do as well. So if you're into it, check it out. As for me, I mean, y'all know what kind of content I make. Okay, so before we get into this, I do want to tell y'all that I got to do a podcast episode with Ben. So if you haven't seen it yet, I did drop that this morning, so it's on the channel. And we talked about him being my PFP, my primary feedback provider, and what that is and what that looks like, and like kind of how that works. Because I know I say that all the time, but having him be my PFP is actually different from how like I work with Amanda, who's my critique partner, and that's also different from how I interact with people who are my beta readers. So there are levels to it, and it was a fun conversation. So a slight plug for that if you haven't seen it, but yeah, it's on the channel. Let's see here. JC said, I wasn't thinking that, but I will be from now on. You're welcome. Glad I got to put an image of a camel in your mind. Let's see here. It said, doing well, going to be working on my historical fantasy novel. Love that. Ash said that's how it's supposed to be said. See, we're on the same page. La said, I have to do some work, but I'm hoping to get some words in after that's done. Awesome. Let's see here. It said, I'm using my novel to try and forget about the fact there's 2 to 3 feet of snow. Oh, snap. Where are you at? Because I was literally just thinking like, oh, it's such a nice day outside. I have the window cracked. I've got the ceiling fan going. It's so nice in here. Because I think I told y'all, I don't like to go outside, so I have to bring the outdoors indoors. That's the closest I get to fresh air. So yeah, it's like, oh, like birds are literally chirping outside my window right now. So where are you? I'm so sorry. Let's see here. Last said the podcast was fun. Y'all made me laugh, especially the beginning. I'm glad. It was fun. Y'all, I know y'all know this, but I love Ben. I really do. And sometimes he cracks me up. He does. So I had fun with it. He had fun with it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And yeah. But as for me, I am working on, I don't even know what chapter I am on at this point. I'm on chapter 20, y'all. What? I'm on chapter 20. So I'm going to be finishing that up. I have the second part of the scene that I need to write. So I'm going to be working on that today. And then I also got invited to do a magazine interview, and they sent me the questions. So the first sprint, I'm going to be finishing the questions and sending those off because that is due today. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be working on finishing up this scene. And y'all, it is getting real. There are some, when I tell y'all are not ready for We Aren't Dying Gods, y'all are not ready. It's going to be fun, but y'all are not ready. And it's going to be great. I hope y'all love it. But let's see here. Southwest Massachusetts and dreaming of spring. Ah, okay. Yeah, up north. Yeah, I thought about moving up north. I thought it would be fun, but then I realized, I'm too nice. I'm not nice. Let me not lie. I'm too like socially trained to smile at people to like be up north like that. And then also snow. I don't enjoy being cold. It's not a thing for me. Like, I really wish there was just like a nice place where it's just like temperate all year round with like no bugs. That would be lovely, but I don't know if that place actually exists. Let's see here. Ashley said I'll be sketching for a bit, and then I'm going to jump into writing a couple chapters. Awesome. And Mo said it's chapter 4 of this new spinoff series. Cool. Ooh, love it. You're on the interview too. Yes. No, wait. You said awesome on that interview. Not I read awesome as I'm also. I don't know why, but thank you for the for the congrats on the interview. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's 11:11. That's a good time. So we're going to jump into this first sprint. You guys know how this works. So 30 minutes on the clock, chill, hop in the background. And when I start talking to you again, that means your time is up. Jump back in, share what you did with the class. So this is our first sprint. So let's start out on the right foot. Be as productive as we possibly can. Y'all got this. We got this. So let's get into this, and happy sprinting, you guys. right, y'all. That is it for that first sprint. So let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. Also, shout out to Laya. She came in while we were sprinting or right at the beginning of it. So, hello, ma'am. Hope you are doing well. As for me, I got 298 words in that first sprint, and I finished typing up my answers to this interview. So I am going to probably just sit on it until at least the end of the stream and I can look at it again with clear thoughts. But I am switching over to finishing up the scene that I told you guys about in the beginning and going from there. But yeah. This is your reminder, you guys, to go ahead and, why am I doing this? I don't know. This is your reminder to go ahead and stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Make sure that you are being your most productive that you can be. Let's see here. Let's see here. JC said, I thought I had been subscribed to you, but apparently it's not. YouTube unsubscribed me as it tends to do. Either way, that has been remedied. Awesome. So yes, reminder, please subscribe to Ash and Amanda. They are both amazing and wonderful, and they are also my co-hosts in this March Madness sprints. So if you're looking to continue more writing, for sure check them out. Amanda is sprinting today, starting at 2:00 on her channel. Her channel is linked down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. Let's see here. Law said, got the work out of the way and wrote a little more than half a page. Awesome. That sprint, I got me a late breakfast and started brewing my coffee and opened my document. All set for the next one. Let's go. All right. As she said, I don't feel like doing math, so I don't have an exact word count, but I got to 2,000 for the day. Look, I understand. I understand. So, love that you got up to 2,000. Keep going. You got this. I love this. I love when we're all able to be productive together. So, as for me, I officially have 7 days left to get this book completely finished. On Ash's stream last night, I officially crossed over 90,000 words, which means I have less than 20,000 words left to meet this word count goal. We Are the Origin only had 21 chapters. This one has 20 so far. I think it's going to have a little bit more than that. It's definitely going to have more than that because I know exactly what the last line of the book is going to be. So I'm like, okay, I know exactly where I'm writing to at this point. And I'm just kind of like, okay, we got to get these words in. And the scene that I'm writing right now, it's not really a plot twist, but there's a lot that happens in this book. And I'm just kind of like, yeah. So kind of the, what are we going to do with this information type scene. And it's from Sarah's perspective. And I feel like her perspective is interesting in its own way because she just experiences the world in a completely different way than Brandy because of, how they have lived their lives. Brandy's an assassin. She is like also the incarnation of a god. And she knows that she's basically all powerful, right? Can't nothing stop her. She knows this. And her problems are just kind of like, yeah, I'm glad those aren't my problems. But Sarah is also in a very similar boat, right? Because she's also like a vessel of the gods. So I'm just like, but she's a lot more quiet and sheltered in the way that she's lived her life. So the way she interacts with things is a lot more, I don't know. She has a lot more social constraints that she has to work within. And so writing that is interesting. It's very interesting. So I'm enjoying it. Let's see here. What else we got in the comments? Mo said I didn't get a word count in. Was reading over my draft from last night since I needed to go back into the scene as well as make some edits. I understand that. Absolutely. I am at this point, it's so interesting because I'm not really zero drafting, but I am like keeping myself from going back and reading because I'm like, I don't want to. I know that there are certain things that have to happen, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just writing notes to myself in OneNote, like, hey, go back, adjust this. Except for like, there was one scene where I was like, this character needs to be introduced, it needs to be like in this scene. So we're going to go ahead and tweak this so that the next scene that I'm writing makes sense. But other than like little continuity points like that, I have decided that I'm not going to go back because, like I said, my deadline is like next week. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to hold off. At least until Friday, because I don't stream on Friday. So I will probably use the stream that Ash and Amanda are going to do to kind of go back and read through, because if she wants to be ambitious, if she wants to be really ambitious, I'm going to try to get most of what I need done today and tomorrow. That's really ambitious, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Probably won't happen, but I'm gonna try. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't do math. Ash got some faces done for that sprint. I love that you already know the ending. Endings are always so hard for me because you just want it to be right. They are, and I guess for me, I don't want to say it's a little bit easier, because I know there's going to be a third book, but it's also, I don't feel as much pressure for the ending when I know that there's going to be a third book, and I already know what the third book is going to be, because it's just kind of like, at this point, when was this? I want to say like maybe a couple weeks ago, I was just like a little, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but kind of like at the beginning of We Are Dying Gods, I was talking to Ben, I was talking to Amanda, and I was just like, I don't know how many books the series is going to be, because initially I thought it was just going to be 2, because I've talked to you guys about this, but my next book is not going to be in Brandy's world. It's going to be the first book of a completely new series. And I was just like, I really want to write on another project. So I was like, I don't know if I want to leave this series open-ended while I'm working on another project, because I know the way my brain is set up. And I was like, I may not want to come back to this. But as I started writing it, and I was just like, I have to figure it out. I have to see how this book goes. Because at first I was like, yeah, I'm going to wrap everything up in this book. Let's go. And then I started writing. I was like, absolutely not. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So I was just like, yeah, there's definitely going to be a third book. And deciding on the ending for this one was a lot easier because I knew where I wanted the third book to pick up at. And I knew that because it's kind of like, I don't know if you have this, I don't know how it is for anyone else, but for me, it's just kind of like, if I know that there are certain tone shifts and like major character arc shifts that have to happen, I'm like, okay, these are basically like different parts. And I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of anime that has seasons, or because I read manga, and so there are like different arcs and stuff in manga, especially long running ones. But that's kind of how I think about it. I'm like, okay, when it's not even about like the big obstacle, because in truth, like the big obstacle is still there, but it's shifting in the information that my characters have access to, and how they react to things, and how they like grow is changing. And for each book, there's kind of like a major shift happening for each of them. And that's kind of how I determine like where to end at, because I know where this book is going to end at. It's going to be another major shift for all of them. And it's just kind of like, we can work through that in the third book. So yeah, that's kind of how I decide. I know that that's not actually super helpful information, but that's how it works for me. As far as just like, and I don't know, is it? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. I have nothing. I have nothing else, because it's gonna be like, sometimes it's easier because, like, to just pick a spot in the story and just kind of like a shot in the dark. It's like, if I stop it right here, is this okay? And then normally, like, your initial gut reaction will kind of guide you, like, maybe I need to go back a little bit more. Maybe I need to give a little bit more before I cut it off, and kind of just feel it out that way. Because that's basically what I did for the first book. I was just like, I could keep going, but I ended the first book where I did, because I knew that I wanted people to buy the second one. I knew that I wanted people thinking like, wait a second, where do we go from here? And I knew that if I added the first scene of the second book, it would be too much of a clean cutoff, if that makes sense. And that, maybe that's a terrible of me to admit, but I was like, I wanted questions. I wanted the reader to be like, okay, but what happened next? You feel me? So that, I don't know if that helps at all, but that was my ramble for the day. Thank you for listening. Let's see here. Last said the sad scene turned into a whole melancholy chapter. My poor characters. Oh, they'll be okay. They'll work it through. Lai said 590 words, starting strong today. Love that for you. You better get those words in. You better get those words in. Whew. And JC said, yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, cool. I'm glad, because I sometimes, y'all, I be talking and I'm like, this makes sense to me, but how do I articulate this in a way that makes sense for other people? Because everybody is different, you know? Because I know the way that Amanda chooses the ending, like she knows her whole story before she even starts writing, which is completely different from me. And then there's another author that I really know and love, Portia Dion. She comes in the chat sometimes. But I know that she is also a discovery writer, so she kind of just writes into her story, and like when it's done, it's done. So everybody kind of has a different method. Mine is a little bit more so, I don't know if it's chaotic or not. I don't know what to call it. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. But that being said, it is, our timer's up, so we're going to get ready to jump back into this next sprint. You guys know how this works at this point. So it's going to be 30 minutes on the clock. Chill, hop in the background. When you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time for us to reconvene and check in with each other to see how we did. Let's see here. As I said, I'm feeling all the ending pressure at the moment, even though I'm only writing the rough draft because I'm reaching the end of book 2 of a duology. And I think that's also the thing. I haven't had to end a series yet. So I feel like that's also very different from writing the second book in a series. So take what I said with a grain of salt as well. But yeah, so we're going to start once it hits 55 minutes after the hour. If you guys have any like personal goals that you're going to try to reach this sprint, let me know. I think I'm going to push myself to try to cross 1,000 words in this sprint since I already have 300. I feel like if I can hit 700 words in the sprint, then I'll be good. So yeah, that's my personal goal, and we'll see if I'm going to meet it because we are now about to start. So 30 minutes on the clock. Chill, hop in the background. Good luck and happy sprinting, you guys. right, folks, that is it for that sprint. So let me know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. Also, shout out to Margaret and Shannon and Locked Booktician, who all came in while we were sprinting. Hello, welcome. Hope you all are doing well. Hope y'all are thriving this beautiful Wednesday morning or afternoon, wherever you're at, and that you're being productive. So, yeah, also, this is your free reminder to stretch, breathe, drink some water, get some snacks, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. I am probably going to grab some food on the next sprint, but I am excited because I did hit my personal goal for that sprint. I'm up to 1,115 words. So I did get the 700 words that I was aiming for, and I actually got, like 7, 8, 900 words? Something like that. So cool. Cool. Round it, roughly. Not mathing exact. Let's see here. Laya said, I gotta go teach a yoga class, but I'll be back in a bit. Have fun with your yoga class. I hope it is well and that it goes successfully. Essie got 469 words. Ben got a workout in during that sprint. Love that. I love that we are getting things done. As for me, y'all, I am excited to be writing Sarah's perspective. Like, when I tell y'all that these characters are going through some things in this book, I am getting to a point where I'm like, okay, Sarah, look, ma'am, we're gonna have to do better. So she's really starting to get to a point where it's just like, okay, yeah, okay, this is beginning to be entertaining. So, I'm excited to see where it goes because there's also a new character, and I kind of always knew that this character was going to be in the story, but they're kind of taking on a life of their own, and it's just like, okay, let's figure this out. Let's see how this works. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see here. JC said got 429, but it's a decent start. Love it. Law said had to do more work stuff, but I also got another half page in. Great. Love it. Shannon said, got my coffee. Yes. Please, caffeinate, hydrate, all of that good stuff. And La said, finally, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah gets some growth. All the characters do, in this one. Yeah, everybody has like a moment where it's just like, okay, choices have to be made. Cameo came in. Hello, friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Filling in this outline. Awesome. Ash got a bunch of makeup done. Love it. So yeah, I love that we are accomplishing things. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, y'all. Like, I really feel like it's interesting because it's like the more I write this book, the more I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. I like things that I was just like, how do I put it? Not necessarily intentionally forgot, but things that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Because when I was writing We Are the Origin, I was like, yeah, that's something that's not going to come up until much later. So getting to the point where it's just like, oh, this is later. Like, I remember thinking about wanting to include things and being at a point where I can like actually write them into the story now. It's just kind of like, this is cool. This is fun. And I am excited because I'm also at a point where I'm like, I know for book 3, I want to be able to include certain aspects and certain things as well. So it's just like, this is enjoyable. I'm at a point where it's just like I can see the end. Like the end is in sight. I know exactly what scenes have to happen. In the meantime, in between time, I actually have them written down. I want to say. So yeah. Yep. 1, 2. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 and or 7 scenes left before the end of this book, and that aligns with where I thought I was going to be word count wise. So I feel like I'm on track, which is really nice to be able to say because, you know, sometimes things go awry. So yeah, I'm looking at my like remaining word count goal. And I'm just kind of like, this is not the worst thing. This is not the worst thing. It's interesting because it's just like, I'm gonna like, how do I can show you guys later, but I'm 83% of the way through this book. And it's just like, I don't know. It's nice to be able to see that number going up and to see how many words I have remaining go down, especially since I didn't think I was going to make it on time. So I feel like I can make it on time. I don't. Last time for We Are the Origin, I had to push the deadline back because I was just like, it's not possible. But I feel like I can do this. Like, I can accomplish this. So, the goal, like my actual word count goal is 3,903 words, but I am going to try for 5,000 because the higher my word count is, the less my goal is for the next day, which makes it a lot more achievable. And I also just feel really proud of myself. So, and it's also one of those things where, like, I don't know if y'all get to this point where it's just kind of like, you know that you're capable of more. So even if the goal is less, you still kind of want to push yourself. I don't know if that's just like a me thing, but it's just kind of like, if I know that I am more than capable of getting like 5,000 words, I almost got 6,000 words yesterday, then I want to push myself to get that instead of just being like, okay, I only need 3, so that's it. Definitely other stuff that I need to get done. And I will definitely be making time for that. But also, let's keep this momentum going, because also the faster it's done, the faster like I can start reviewing it and get it cleaned up for my editors. So not editors. I'm not balling like that to get enough to pay for multiple. But yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Also, I have a question for you guys. How do y'all feel about like studying the craft of writing? And I know a lot of us have heard of different craft books, but I'm also meaning like, you know, paying for courses or signing up for like Skillshare Masterclass, watching other content creators who talk about writing and different writing processes. How do you guys feel about that? Because I was thinking about that because I realized that for me, I really like to study the craft of writing in between projects. I don't necessarily like to study it while I'm in the middle of writing something. And I was just wondering if I was the only one who felt that way. Because I know some people are always like reading a book or recommending a video or, you know, what have you. So how do y'all feel about that? Like, what's your take on it? I read the Snowflake Method, and I actually found that one to be really helpful. I also read Save the Cat. I didn't read Save the Cat Writes a Novel, but I did read like the original one by like, what's his name, Blake Snyder or something like that. I read the original one, and I did find that to be really helpful in its own way, just with being able to like, I don't want to say like generalize, but being able to like break down like, this is the aspect of storytelling that needs to be included. I didn't necessarily agree with everything in Save the Cat, but that's just like a personal thing, and like the way I like to consume media and content doesn't necessarily align with everything that was in that. But it was also written for like movies and stuff, and it was written in like the early 2000s, so take that with a grain of salt, right? And I felt like the Snowflake Method was really cool in like helping you break down like how you want to think about your story, but I also felt like it was way too detailed and too long-winded for the way my brain is set up, because my brain's a lot more chaotic. And I tried to do that for the upcoming project, and I found that when I did stuff like that and tried to like be like, oh, I don't know this answer, I'm just going to force it, and not necessarily force it, but I'm just going to like put what makes sense to me right now, I found that I was creating a story that didn't actually match up with what I wanted to create, because I was just trying to like follow the process and I wasn't following the story, and that didn't work for me. So I was just wondering how y'all feel about it. Let's see here. Shannon said, I like to study the craft of writing, preferably in book format. Skillshare, the website itself, has issues in their business practices. Okay, I didn't know that. I knew that there were a couple of videos from a couple people that I wanted access to that I have gotten access to at this point. The only thing I don't like about Skillshare is they make you pay for a whole year up front, and I'm just kind of like, I don't really need that. I like a monthly subscription to Skillshare. I feel like would be a lot better than a yearly one, because I'm not learning that often. Not from there anyway. Let's see here. JC said, I love it. I can always learn something from other writers, and I try to learn a little from every writer I come in contact with. I take the master classes and everything. I think I just love learning. I love learning as well. So like the thing for me is just like, I did masterclass for like a year, and some of them I found really helpful, but I also realized that some people who are really good at something are not good at telling other people how or why they're good at it. So I just Yeah, some people are just they're talented and they can't put their talent into words, and I can respect that. But there's also a level of like, I can do this thing, but I can't tell you how I do this thing, if that makes sense. So, also we're going to start the next sprint 40 minutes after the hour, so you guys have 4 minutes to do whatever it is that you need to do to grab that water and those snacks, what have you, and before we jump into the next one, just letting you guys know. So let's see here. Okay, I'm back from after doing an admin email. I had to concentrate on. Welcome back. Glad you got that email sent out. Emails are stressful. I ain't gonna lie. I have been sitting on an email that I need to send for like 3 days, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's see here. I like studying though. Sometimes it's hard for my brain to focus on it because it's taking away from creating. And I think that's why I don't like to study while I'm creating. It's just, I can't do both at the same time because I can't change my process while I'm using it. That's like trying to fix a machine while it's still running, you know? Like, you can't change a light fixture while the electricity's still on. You know, it doesn't work that way. You have to turn it off in order to change things out. Otherwise, things are going to go very badly very quickly, you know? Let's see here. JC has awesome videos on her YouTube channel for the master classes. Everyone should check them out. Absolutely. So, if you guys don't know, please make sure you are clicking on everyone's profile in the chat to check them out, because Shannon has content, JC has content, Ash has content. Pretty much everyone here has content. So make sure you're checking them out, clicking and interacting, because this is a community. So let's like try not to be divisive. At least that's how I feel about it. Like, say hello, drop by, watch the content, leave comments, like, comment, subscribe. Everybody says it, but like sometimes I think we hear it and we don't internalize what that means. Like, click the like button, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, you know? It's one of those things I feel like it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's different from social media because you don't just subscribe to people on YouTube unless you really want to watch their content. But also, if you like someone's content, subscribe to them. It's really that simple. But yeah, I enjoy doing studies to see if there is any way that I could enhance my work, kind of like writing as that author for a stint to see if anything fits enough to stick. You know what? I see other people doing stuff like that. Like, I wrote like this author for a week and I was just like, you know what? That's so chaotic. I love that for them. I couldn't do it because I'm like, it takes so long for me to wrap my mind around doing anything. I'm like, I can't imagine changing that on like a daily basis or a weekly basis. That would be too wild. Let's see here. Skillshare says that you can try them free for a month, but they will charge you for the whole year after 14 days. You have to get a hold of them to cancel, and that's difficult. Yeah, I did notice that. And when I tried to cancel the first time, you have to like, you can't just cancel from your account. You have to like email them or get in touch with their customer service. And if you've gotten the free trial before, even if they offer you the free trial again, you can't cancel. So, or if it's like, if you cancel your thing within like 30 days, because they technically have like a money back guarantee or whatever, they're like, you can only do that one time. So if you sign up again like 5 years later and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to, you can't do it again. So I felt that was kind of sketch. YouTube has way more content than Skillshare and it's free. True, but I have found that getting behind the paywall on some content is definitely worth it. I will say that. Those that can teach. Look, man, it's backwards. It really is. I've said in the past, but I've learned that for me, there's no substitute for independent learning or shortcut to being a better storyteller. Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me is like just reading good stories, you know? I feel like I learned so much more from reading a really good book than from like reading a book about writing a good book, if that makes sense. But yeah. That being said, it's 40 minutes after we're going to get into this next sprint. So 30 minutes on the clock, chill, hop in the background. I am going to turn my camera off so I can get some food, but y'all be productive and I will talk to you guys in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting, y'all. All right, folks, that is it for that sprint. So come on back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I mostly did self-care during that sprint, meaning that I got up from my chair. I actually had some lunch because I mentioned this on some stream. I don't remember at this point. But Ben and I are doing intermittent fasting, so we don't actually eat until noon. And so I was just like, I need to go ahead and eat. So I had some leftovers, did that. I did get a couple of things written in the meantime, in between time. And I started working out some of the stuff that I wanted to do for the next scene, because this scene chapter, basically for chapter 20, is basically done for me at this point. So I am going to go ahead and start working on chapter 21. That is the plan for this next sprint. And I will also probably be writing in my like actual physical notebook over here so that I can organize my thoughts and keep them straight while like my brain is clear-minded. But just as a reminder, this will probably be our last sprint on my channel, because Amanda starts streaming at 2. So shorter sprint today, but sprints still happening. So for March Madness, the schedule is down in the description box below, but I'm sprinting until 2 o'clock today. Amanda is sprinting from 2 to 5. Times are in Eastern Standard. And then tomorrow, Thursday, because today is Wednesday, right? Yes. Tomorrow, Thursday, I sprint from my normal time of 11 to 4, and then Ash will take over from 6 to 8. So that's basically this. That's the schedule. And I am going to, like I said, I want to try to get as many words in as I possibly can, but I do recognize that there is value in like organizing your thoughts and writing things down. So especially coming up on the end, there is a lot that I want to include, but I know some of it is going to have to go in book 3. So I know where I want to end, but I want to make sure that I'm not adding too much information that overwhelms the reader. It takes away from like the big thing that's we're working up to. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, and having actually 8, I feel like a lot more clear-headed. Like, okay, I got these. I got these thoughts, these scenes. Like, I can work this out. I can accomplish this. So let's see here. Also, Margaret has a stream today as well. So if you're into dual wielding, but check out hers as well. Let's see here. She had to hop out, so I don't know if you're going to watch the replay or if you can hear me, Margaret, but I hope that you have a beautiful day. I hope your stream goes really well, and I'll probably be seeing you around, for sure, on these interwebs. Let's see here. Shannon said, wrote notes for my alpha reader feedback to prepare for my revisions on my novel. Awesome. Reload Listen said, stopping by to say, hey girl, how you doing? I don't know how many more sprints you're doing, but today has been a busy one for me. Hope everyone is getting some amazing writing or productivity today. I am doing one more sprint because I think that's all we're going to have time for before the 2 o'clock when Amanda does hers. So we will probably start sprinting again 20 minutes after the hour, do one more 30-minute sprint, and then after that, switch over and migrate to Amanda's channel. Let's see here. La said, I am struggling. This scene is actually making me cry, and now I'm sitting here at work looking a whole mess. Oh no. Take care of yourself, love. I can't help with that. I am honestly, I can be honest. When I was working, I didn't have time to write because I was teaching. So I don't know how to deal with that. That's never a situation I've been in, but like, definitely take care of yourself, ma'am. Let's see here. JC got 435 words. Love that for you. I'm with Ash. It'll be okay. Take a break and write a part you know that you will be doing. Camille said, great work. I second that. Y'all are doing fantastic. I love how y'all out here killing it. Margaret said, I'm back. See you on the interwebs, like when you're featured on Stygian's IG. Yes. So I want to make a whole video about this because I need to make a TikTok too. But I've been doing a lot, you guys. So the Cliff Notes version, I am going to be a part of the Stygian Collections anthology. My short story got accepted. Margaret is in it as well. So please be sure to keep an eye out for that and support it. It's made up of all author tubers. So they are featuring the authors in the collection on their Instagram page and on their social media profiles. So I got to be featured, and I'm really excited about that. So if you follow me on social media, I reshared it. I'm also going to be posting a TikTok about it today, but I also had an interview earlier this week with Black Prose Club, and then I'm also going to be, I told you I had this magazine interview that I needed to send in. So that's going to be hopefully happening sometime in the near future. And not this week, but next week, I'm also going to be moderating a panel for the weeknight writers talking about how to nail the ending. So I will share that out once I get my head a little bit on straight. And after that, I'm going to be sprinting with Morgan on Sunday for like a author tube wide sprints. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing a couple of things, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about all of it. Mo said, I got 285 words. Love that. Have to hop out for a meeting at 1:30, but we'll join over on Amanda's channel after 2. So I'll see y'all over there. Sounds good. Have a wonderful day. In case I don't run across you in the meantime, in between time, I plan to be on Amanda's stream as well, but there are some things that I have to do, which is another reason why I'm ending the stream at 2:00. Remember when I said that I needed to like not run myself into the ground? This is part of that. So I'll be in the chat over on Amanda's stream, so hopefully we will run into each other. And yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of things to do. I'm really grateful because these are amazing opportunities. So I'm really glad. Let's see here. Congratulations, you are busy. Chelsea, I have an online magazine that I would love for you to do an interview in if you're interested. Of course, absolutely. Just message me, hit me up. My email is just my name at my website, writteninmelanin.com. So yeah, for sure. Send it to me. I don't want to put it in the chat because the internet is wild and we'll sign you up for a bunch of random stuff. But it's just, it's just Chelsea at Written in Melanin. So yeah, send me an email or DM me or whatever, however that works. I don't know why YouTube does not have a message feature to like collaborate, but yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, that sounds fun. I love doing stuff. I love networking and collaborating with people. So that would be dope. That would be really, really dope. And also as a reminder, for my Black authors, please make sure that you are submitting your books to the Melanin Library to make sure that they can be added and featured appropriately. It did get a facelift and we are coming up on that 3,000 bookmark. See what I did there? We are coming up on having 3,000 books listed in the library, and we are partnered with Sister Sci-Fi. So if your book is available through there, then you could also get some of the books from the library through them. And if you have never purchased from them before, you can also get a discount. So we always mention that in our newsletter. So if you're not signed up for it, or if you're signed up for it and you're not checking it, I don't know, maybe make some adjustments in your life. I can't tell you what to do, but it's there. But yeah, let's see here. I'll definitely make sure to take care of myself. I just want to get this all down first. That's fair. And sometimes your characters have to go through it. Look, I ain't even gonna lie. There was a version of We Are the Origin that did not have such a, I'll say, a comeback for one of the characters at the end. And I was just like, can't do it. I'm not doing this to my main character. I refuse. So if you read the end of We Are the Origin and you were on the brink, I was on the brink too. Couldn't do it. I chickened out. I couldn't do it. Let's see here. Also, he adds a lot to the story. So I was just like, I'm not getting rid of this character. Let's see here. Speaking of bookmarks, does Written in Melanin sell bookmarks? I do not. I actually do not have any like physical product other than my own books that I actually sell. And at the current moment, I am completely sold out of all of my stock of We Are the Origin. Ben wants me to get another crate of books in to sell because I've sold, what has it been? 188 books through the website so far. So he's kind of like, I should do another crate of books, which is like roughly 16 or something like that. And that'll put me over the 200 mark. So considering doing that, but other than that, I don't actually sell any physical products. Written in Melanin is a brand to support Black authors. So there is a myriad of things, YouTube channel, podcast, mostly those two things at the moment. But I also offer coaching services and editing services. But everything else, yeah, That's just, yeah, that is what it is. But we are going to go ahead and hop into this next sprint because it's 20 minutes after, and I want us to have a full sprint before it is time for us to call it a day over here on this stream. So at this point, y'all know how this works. 30 minutes on the clock, chill, hop in the background. When you hear me talking to you again, that means it is time to come back. So this is our last sprint for today. So make it count. Happy sprinting, you guys. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So, Essie dropped in, lunch has been eaten, going to make more coffee. And Shannon said that she had to head out. So, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you have an amazing, wonderful, lovely day. And I will see you around on the interwebs. That being said, this is our last check-in, you guys. So let me know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, y'all, I don't know what happened. I had lunch and I guess the itis kicked in because I am sleepy as all get out right now. But I got 1,900 words on the dot. That is not where that comma goes, but you know what? It's okay. 1,900 words on the dot, and I'm writing this scene, and it's one of my favorite things to write because it's a scene where Brandy and Jack are together, so that always means that Brandy has a moment to like be soft in a way that she's not with other characters, and I appreciate that. So working my way downtown, as they say, and let's see here. La said I made it through the emotions. Now I don't know what to do with myself. Take a break, take a breather, let yourself be like, yes, I made it. And JC got 776 words that sprint. Love it. Laya came back. Welcome. Ash got a bunch of eyes done. I'm so glad that I know that you're doing art because that would be so creepy otherwise. I'm so glad that I know that you're doing art. Cameo came back, said I finished outlining chapter 5 and I'm thinking about outlining chapter 6 too. Got ideas that I have to get down. You got this. You got this. Absolutely, go for it. Cameron said writing fast pages pass. Sings in parody. I My brain stopped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Woo. Okay. Let's see here. Essie got over 3,000 words between this stream and a little over an hour ago. I was writing before the stream began. Okay, got you. Y'all, my brain. Y'all see me breaking down in real time? Good Lord. I have forgotten how to read, apparently. Breaks are for the weak. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, cool. And Ben fixed our ice problem. So just so y'all know, I have discovered a new aspect to my husband that I never realized was a thing. Apparently, he's been watching all of these YouTube shorts with this bartender, and you know what bartenders have? Really pretty ice. So I messed around and got some silicone ice cube trays because I was like, oh, I want to be able to like freeze some of these herbs and stuff because fresh herbs are cheaper than dried herbs, but baby, that price at the grocery store, absolutely not. So I'm like, we're gonna do it yourself, okay? DIY. Gonna get some cute ice cube trays, and we're gonna freeze this, and we're going to make them last, right? I got them. Tell me why my husband loves these ice cube trays. We have had very pretty ice for the last couple weeks since we've had it, and I was like, did not know that this was a hobby. So now I also have to go get some sphere ice cube trays, and who knows, maybe I'll be like the next black ice cube lady on TikTok, you know, just making a bunch of stuff in random ice shapes and putting them in my freezer. I have no idea where this is going, you guys, but yeah, fun fact, no one asked for it, but yeah. But yeah, so I am tired, yo. I'm okay. Y'all, sometimes my brain catches up to me and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think I do need a break. I think I need a break. I think I need a break. So, Amanda's stream is coming up next. So, I will drop the link to it in the chat so you guys can check it out. Also, while you're here, please don't forget to like the stream. That does help the algorithm. I mean, it doesn't hurt you. So feel free to do that while you're still here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and head out. That way I can go ahead and grab my bathroom break before Amanda starts her stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out, for being productive with me. I will be back tomorrow, Thursday, 11 o'clock, same time to be productive. And yeah. That's it. If you need me in the meantime, in between time, I am on the interwebs. So feel free to hit me up. And yeah, I hope you guys continue to be productive. I hope you reach all of your goals that you're trying to accomplish today. And I hope that your day is absolutely beautiful. So until next time, you guys, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting.